All right. Looks like we should be good to go. Everything seems fine. All right, let's get started here. Adjust the camera maybe a touch. So more D&T time. We've been doing really well with this list. Obviously not a huge amount of testing with like this specific list. I changed it on Friday, I believe, right? And then we 5-1 on Friday and 4-1 yesterday. Beginning pretty decent mileage out of it, but I know a couple of the matchups sideboard maps look a little funky. The non-blue red versions of Delver and the mirror sideboards I don't like. So we only have 4 cards for the mirror, the Relic Warrior and 3 Judgments, and then we have 3 cards for the non-blue red Delvers in 3 Council's Judgment. And then for the mirror, we have at least 5 cuts because we have 4 Thalia, 1 Prelate, and for Delver, we have between like 4 and 5 cuts, all the Revokers and the Palace Jailer, and even you can like afford to shave Recruiters if you need to, but our sideboard would be like -3 Revoker, +3 Council's Judgment, that's it, so. This sideboard definitely needs a little bit more developing. Maybe I don't need the 5th Graveyard 8. This is 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Maybe I don't need the 5th piece of Graveyard Hate. Maybe I could just like keep playing 4 and play, I don't know, some weird fair card. I could play like the Path again, but I don't think I like 3 Path, or 3 Council Judgment, 1 Path. Anyway, we're just gonna keep jamming. I kind of, we're making pretty decent headway with this deck, and shoutouts again to Yokel for the most entertaining match of Magic yesterday. Oh god. That whole match was such nonsense. Sorry for being a little late today. We were giving the cats a bath, and that always takes longer than I expected to, because the cats hate taking baths. Alright, covered life seems fine. Alright, let's get in there. Opponent is Ryan Bishop. Ugh. His hands always feel like they suck. On the draw. Turn 2 Thalia, we always say maybe GTA. His hands more okay in like fair matchups, bad against a lot of else. We have a Thalia. Like turn 2 Thalia is pretty good though. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to keep this. I'm looking for like just Aether Vial though. You see, alright. Thoughtseize? Oh, we're just dying on turn 1. Cool. Well fought. Maybe, wait, this is just an ad naz. Oh, we can't kill is the issue. Like, or we can't, like, prevent, we can't just play Thalia. This is an ad naz with no land drop, no mana floating. So it's, like, not guaranteed, but they can just stop at, like, 4-ish life. Just give me the business anyway. Am I supposed to concede? I feel like they need to stop. Yeah, I don't know why they went to the Volcanic and they're like, oh, the Volcanic's good enough. We'll stop now. Do we just concede here? How are we winning? We're just gonna like Thoughtseize next turn, right? And then they take our Thalia and then we can just never beat their hand of infinite magic cards. They can't empty their hand yet, but they can discard a bunch of lands, right? You can like Thoughtseize themselves. It's figure out what their hand is before we concede. I just got here. You're already dead. It happens. We could, like, theoretically live if we get Thoughtseize next turn, and then we, like, top deck another Thalia or something, because I don't think they can kill us yet. Maybe they can. Like a Brainstorm or something. Never mind, they discarded both the Brainstorms. So this is their hand. Their hand has 3 lands in it, right? So they're, like, not going to get Hellbent for this Infernal Tutor anytime soon. Do I concede? I probably just concede, right? Can they do something with this Passion Flames? On, like, turn 3? Not really. The first still don't do anything. Have they seen what you're on yet? No, they have no idea. They just, like, turn 1 ad nauseam on the play. I'm just, like, considering my options. This does seem, like, surprisingly, like, I'm not super dead. I feel like they're not in a position where they can go off with this hand, right? Like, we're not... They Thoughtseize me, and they go down to 2 life, and then we, like, cast a turn 3 Flicker Wisp and try to kill them, right? They need to empty their hand, which I guess they can probably do by turn 3. No, they have 3 lands in hand, so they literally can't empty their hand without a Brainstorm until, like, 3 turns from now. Yeah, keeping 3 lands seems really weird. I think I'm just going to go Plains Go. Play another UC. Ponder. Why didn't they discard the Volcanic? I don't know why they didn't discard it. Oh, didn't they discard the Volcanic? Oh, they did. Oh, they did. I missed that. Okay, yeah, this is actually 7 cards, right? And they cast the Ponder. Pondered into the Duress, sure. Yeah, I think I had 8 cards here instead of 7. Wait. They just, like, Duress this Thoughtseize, and now they're just gonna get Thalia. What? Is this real life? Wow, those were some good draws. We might be dead now. Now we're dead, right? Because now they can... We didn't draw a... We know we could Wasteland, right? And then we might not die. How much mana do they have? No, they can... Yeah, we might actually be able to stop them, right? With this Wasteland? Did they also just not play their Swamp? Oh, did they... No, they didn't break... Oh, they discarded the Swamp, maybe? Did I, like, miss a bunch of cards that they discarded? Whatever. I'm gonna Wasteland them and hope that they die. I was supposed to Flicker Wisp Wasteland, whatever. It probably doesn't matter. Oh no, they can definitely kill me, right? Because they have land. Oh yeah, they don't have land. They discarded. They don't have the swamp. Yeah, we just somehow won that. I feel like we were 99% to lose that game. My opponent just made some really bad decisions on what to discard there. Feels like a good spot to complain about MTG not letting you put their exile under their graveyard. Well, that was certainly something. Then opponent cast... Yeah, opponent saw basic planes and decided to cast Duress instead of Thoughtseize. What did we cut yesterday? Like 2 wisps? This looks fine. Yesterday, I guess, was the nonsense thing where we ended up cutting all the wisps for like some council's judgments. Such a weird game. That seems decent. It's definitely a reasonable chance we die before we like cast any spells. They only can see it because they're afraid you had mana attack. So even if we get Thoughtseize, we have like Prelate on 3, assuming we get there. Assuming we get to turn 2. Not a good place to wonder how the fuck Twitch is. I'm good thinking. Thinking is one of the emotes I want for my channel. Honestly, the thinking emote is just so good. I use it all the time. Are we dead, opponent? I mean, you could also just Thoughtseize and kill me. I don't know. We're just killing this turn. That's fine. Grab another Cabal Writ. No, just another Dark Writ. Just piffing. No, we're just emptying. I can beat this, right? Oh. I forget how the math works, but I think you can beat 12 goblins with the Stoneforge Mystic, right? Hopefully they didn't find a Thoughtseize. Or like if they have like an Echoing Truth, we're also dead, but that's life. Don't play around cards you can't beat. Don't do it. No. I said don't do it. Yeah, now we're dead. We could Chain of Vapor a Goblin and then take 10, yeah. That's life. Yeah, I want to sack a land. Get him. Take that. Well, we tried to beat what we could. Yeah, also. Well, there's always game 3. Game 3, we are, in fact, on the play, which is... God. Winning the die roll is just, like, so fucking huge in this matchup, and also, like, keeping a reasonable hand in game 1 when you're in the blind. Because the Storm matchup fucking sucks when you're on the draw. I would love to play first. Sort of Mary's Gemstone Caverns. I think I'd rather just play, like, a Lotus Petal or a Chrome Mox, right? This hand seems okay. Probably gonna chalice on 0 here. Maybe I'm not supposed to chalice on 0 specifically because we have 2 good things to Thoughtseize. Isn't Gemstone Caverns just, like, mostly bad Chrome Mox? I guess it's, like, a combination of a Chrome Mox and a Mox Diamond exclusively when you're on the draw. And it's like a rainbow. Yeah, maybe I actually want to chalice on 1 here because our hand is reasonably Thoughtseize proof. So we get Thoughtseized and we just play the other thing. Chalice on 1 locks out the second bomb, but who cares? Here's to hoping we don't die on turn 1. That's a basic island. It usually means we're not dead. What do I play? I play the Chalice first, right? Gotta play the Chalice first. Nice. The old Chalice on one with 2 1-drops in hand. Love it. Get in there, Mom. Nice. Jeez, these draws. Go get him, Mom. Just wail on him. Let's play this Damping Sphere. Now we have insurance against a bounce spell. Well, remote. We have, like, vaguely have insurance. Next try Ancient. Please. Just the sickest rub-ins. My kingdom for a Cavern of Souls, so I can cast all my fucking 1/1s. I'd rather draw Plains than a Cavern of Souls. I'd rather just fucking cast Sarah Avenger than an armada of mothers. Alright, well, let's hope this is good enough. Cavern of Souls does cast Sarah Avenger, that is true. It's an either or. Hey, yeah, there we go. I don't think it's really time to start porting. I think we need to establish our clock first. This does uninsulate us from a massacre, but also this is a 3/3, and I don't really care about this Mom. Are they gonna, like, bounce one of my things? Bounce the Damping Sphere, go off through the... Nope. Because, like, they can beat a Chalice on one. They can't really beat the Damping Sphere without getting it off the table. Hey. Man, this Chalice is... Can I... Hang on, let me screenshot this. This is good. This is good Twitter fodder. Chalice of the Void, such a good Magic card in Death and Taxes. Am I supposed to be tagging with the Mom still? I think so. If they're not going to burn a bounce spell on this Avenger when they're, like, stuck on these lock pieces, so I think I just want to be getting in for more damage. Guess I'm porting the Swamp. Let me start casting Mom to send a message. Good question. Waiting for them to beat me through this Chalice on one, and then, like, use Past in Flames while they're beating me. So I can't use this Surgical. That would be true justice. I assume they're going to attempt to kill me this turn. LED, sure. Could just, like, LEDs and Cabal Rituals and shit. Infernal Tutor, cracking LED, discarding a bunch of 1s. What are they grabbing, though? They didn't, like, make red or anything. Just can, like... Add Nas at 9 life. Do they have enough mana? Like, they don't have enough mana to tutor chain me, right? Add Nas at 9 life doesn't seem like the best plan. Yellow Add Nas. Like, they could have, like, made red and, like, piffed and Echoing Truth the Chalice, right? And then, like, Dark Rid it. Oh, maybe there's not enough mana. Too lazy to do it. Alright. This is not the most safe Add Nas I've ever seen, but knowing my luck, it's definitely going to work. Oh, well, that doesn't kill me, I don't think. But it definitely gives them a bunch of life. Let me just get, like, play this Damping Sphere again. Present an alternate play. Yeah, I was too lazy to do any math to see if they had a more reasonable line. There may have been something with, like, Piff and, like, Echoing Truthing the Chalice. Well, we get to Redamping Sphere. And they're Hellbent. I might actually want to play Revoker here. What do we die to if I don't... We don't die to anything, right? If they draw Piff, they can't go off, so I'd rather just put the increased clock into play first. If I can kill my Chalice, the Surgical on the Tendrils probably kills them. Actually, no, they still have like an empty. I almost want to name Lotus Petal because 2 LEDs are already in the graveyard. But... Revoker Deeds. I think Lions of Diamond might still be the better name, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a pretty good draw. Alright, this looks like a pretty reasonable board state. At least the board beats Sulfur Elemental. Oh no, Massacre! They've survived the turn. They still do have to beat Tormod's Crypt, Damping Sphere Chalice. And a Surgical in hand. And they have 2 turns to do it. I don't think they can now, right? Because the Tormod's Crypt means they can't Tendrils me without like a second Tendrils in their deck, and like at this point their Empty Warren's Clock can't kill me. Unless they just like cast Empty here, that still wouldn't kill me, right? Wow! They actually had it all, and we still should be fine. That is extremely funny, though. Let's talk about great surgical cryptids compared to surgical here. Yeah, man, this Chalice keeps getting better and better. Yeah, Storm is one of the reasons I'm playing the Crypt over like a Cage or something. Be in the surgical. We do die if they draw Echoing Truth, right? We actually can't win if they draw Echoing Truth right here. Alright, we did it. We didn't die to Echoing Truth. Please cast them all. I valued the port a little bit there. It's a little stressful there. You were dead at Echoing Truth anyway, just cast the Surgical. There might have been like some weird card I lose to if I cast the Surgical, right? Could have cast like one of the moms for memes. For meme value. I don't think I was like dead to anything besides exactly Echoing Truth. Like, I think if they just like cast a second Tendrils, I die, right? Because I go to 1, but they have 3 goblins left. I attack them, but they have gained 2 life. That does give me a turn to draw something, but I don't think anything wins at that point. If I'm at 1 life, staring down 3 goblins with a vigilance creature. Yeah, I don't think anything wins there. No, Flicker Wisp does, right? Yeah, Flicker Wisp could have won us the game. Obviously, playing around them drawing the second Tendrils, casting it for 2 damage, attacking me with 4 goblins to 1, and then me drawing a Flicker Wisp. Or no, were they at 3? They needed to kill me that. No, yeah, because they would have gained 2 life from the Tendrils. I should have screenshotted the second one where our hand was mom, 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 surgical, and then we did the Aether Vial too. Just as a follow-up tweet to that one. We're on the draw. Opponent kept 7. This hand feels not great. This hand feels a little bit better. I don't think I want this. Inquisition, so it's probably just good Grixis, right? It also sucks. Probably just take the Mom? Maybe they just take the Vial because they have removal for the Mom. Might just a Wasteland this Underground Sea. Gotta get a little lucky against any deck that's playing Inquisition of Kozilek. It's not a bad draw. I think I'm fine just going back to turn 1 though. Yeah, the one awkward thing about wastelanding there is that it actually lets them be more mana efficient if they have like a removal spell, but I guess they don't. And they're also brainstorming in response to Mom. It seems weird, but whatever. Like if they had a Bolt or a Fatal Push or something, it lets them be like slightly more mana efficient because they could like cast a 1-drop here, untap, cast a 2-drop. Your tweet is from here. Hey, we won that game. Don't worry. There was a follow-up. I forgot to screenshot it, but we drew an Aether Vial like 2 turns later or something. They don't have removal spell or force. Yeah, I mean if they don't have a removal or anything, then they didn't shuffle off that Ponder. Did they find something? Is Mom going down? Mom lives. Interesting. Really didn't expect that. Yeah, I assume the brainstorm was because they couldn't actually deal with the mom. It's always weird to see. Let's get main deck marsh casualties. That sounds about right. Maybe like after Jailer or something. I think I'd rather port than cast any of these shitty ass spells. I'd like cast a Vial next turn. Or I'd probably actually just like double port next turn. I don't think I want to like cast a Jite here. That was not what I expected. We're playing against the DAC deck. Huh. Maybe I will play this Punishing Fire. Or not this Punishing Fire, this Jite. Assuming that they're going after the mom here with the removal spell, the Jite can protect the Thalia. Or the 4C deck, yeah. I mean, that seems fine too. My concern is that they have a follow-up, right? They're going to just cast another spell in response to the port. They can just have like a second Punishing Fire to get out of this, right? But the port does prevent them from just playing Grove to get out of it. An interesting choice. Like this line is just horrendous against another Punishing Fire. Or like a removal spell of some sort. But it's really good against not that. Oh man, are we untapping? Man, what a Punishing Fire that was. Maximize the chance you untap with the mom. Yeah, that makes sense. We're like leaning on this mom to have any semblance of a chance of winning. I'm supposed to Aether Vial or double port? What am I turning them off by double porting? Not a lot, right? Unless they have another, if they have like an instant removal spell. This Vial seems like decent to try to get down at some point. It'll probably be helpful in the future. I imagine the Stallion's not going to attack 7 more times. I'd be porting them off of... They have 4 mana right now. They haven't missed a land drop yet, so... Port. So I'd be porting them down to 2 mana, land drop makes 3 mana, and they just like haven't ever cast anything at 3 mana. I kind of like just continuing to port. Definitely some interesting decisions. Like, just how good port is here. Which I imagine, like, very. I think we're just going to port all the blue sources. Uh-oh. That's not great for me. We could equip the, like, just play equip the GJ this turn and not port at all. How bad is that? If we can... They've no removal, port makes it impossible to double spell so that 3 turns away from killing anything if they have to cantrip. So... Could just, like, port the... Yeah, kind of like just... GJ protects the Thalia from, like, more Punishing Fires. And they can't, like, multiple P-Fire here, because it costs so much mana, and the Thalia is actually just a huge thorn on their side. Go get him, Thalia. Sure. Thorn on their side, I get it. because Thalia's the Thorn of Amethyst. Beat down a clock. It also accelerates the clock a lot, like every other now. Thalia deals like an additional 4 damage, basically. Since we are basically riding this Thalia to victory at this point. That is the only game plan. Playing around the main deck surgical. Oh yeah, when I'm tapped out. Wait. Oh yeah, they do it in response to it. So they can P-Fire or buy back. They can't even P-Fire twice this turn. This is like a Deluge. Deluge for 5. Backup Thalia, at least. Yep. Oh, you still play Vial, play Thalia, equip, assuming they don't have a 1-drop removal spell. Actually, maybe we'll port now. I don't even know if porting is worth it still. We have 1, 2... Yeah, we have 6 mana, so I can play equip and port. What would I even port, though? This Grove? I guess, like, it doesn't prevent, like, a Jace. Jace would be kind of bad for me. I think port's more reasonable than Vial at this point. I can't port them off of double black. I can force them to fetch for double black or something, but... If they have, like, Lily Last Hope, that would be very bad for me. GTA does not beat Lily Last Hope. I was like, don't think we can beat that card at all. Maybe we just port the Grove to make it more awkward if they want to, like, P-Fire, buyback P-Fire and stuff. They'd have to cast their P-Fire right now. I think I like that. I like casting a spell. Okay. What is this? Edict? Oh, Decay the Thalia. That's pretty bad. We might lose now. Kind of surprised they didn't, like, Edict the, like, replicate the GTA and, like, P-Fire the Thalia, honestly. Oh, well, that makes a little bit more sense. I'm gonna gain 4 life. Gotcha, idiot. Nice. Running hot. Getting pretty close. Not quite close enough. Probably. Still a chance we win this if we rip, like, Recruiter into Jailer after they play, like, Threat here. Just thinking about everything went right for you this game. I mean, not everything went right. Our clock was exceptionally slow. Actually poured off all the black. That might be better. Why would you even play the Vial after you play the deck? It doesn't really matter at this point. And it forces the deck to downtick at some other point. Like, if they have a creature, we're just, like, fucking dead to this GTA, right? Like, if my opponent's downticking to take a Vial rather than, like, continuing to loot away their Punishing Fire for infinite value, that seems, like, pretty reasonable to me. But yeah, we are, considerably beaten. Scoop phase indeed. It is certainly around that time. Alright. idea. Did not do particularly well there. This feels like it has to be like a risk. This matchup's just so bad.
Nope. That's my tea.
Is this a surgical matchup? Is the matchup that bad? Yeah, definitely rip. Probably not surgical. Surgical seems like pretty miserable. It's extremely bad. Yeah, I think surgical is definitely something out of desperation, if anything. God, these revokers like have to are both like slightly better in this matchup, but also just like horrible. Man, this deck just sucks in this matchup. There is no good cards. They're just like, how do we minimize the damage? Chalice on 2. What sucks here? Besides my whole deck. It's gotta be like Revoker, right? Revoker's just like not good. It does like shut off some of the planeswalkers sometimes, but it's just extremely fragile. Does this deck play like Kolgon's Command? I don't even know. Probably, considering it just plays every card that can't beat. Probably feels like kind of miserable. They have like so many answers to it on different numbers, but it's also like one of the only things you can do against Punishing Fire. God. I'm gonna shave some Revokers at least. This definitely doesn't feel like a 4 Revoker matchup. Yeah, like Prelate on 2 was like Mom. Just 3. What's our last cut? Like a land. Probably afford to cut like a plains. It'd be like Envoldson, shave a vial. I don't like cutting a plains when we just boarded on all these white cards. Yeah, fuck it, get a Hero Revoker. I'd love to play first. Sando's turn 1 Mom. Doesn't have a lot else going for it. This Avenger can't be cast until like turn 4. It's got like Mom, Council Open Sword. It's not terrible. Wow, rude. How am I supposed to beat a removal spell? So we go like turn 3 Sword, turn 4 Saravenger Equip if we don't want to port next turn. And then just like get the sword shattered and cry a lot. Or just like fucking cast Dak Faden next turn. Oh god, maybe I don't cast the sword. If I just cast sword, I'll get dacked. Alright, we'll play this Aether Vial. Really punted when you do a Paladin Invec in your deck. I do own a foil Paladin Invec. What am I porting here? Probably blue. Stupid clicking on files. The worst. not a bad draw. I got 2 mana up. Do I cast Avenger? I don't think I cast Avenger here just for mana efficiency's sake. Can't get like P-fired here. They would need to use some Abrupt Decay, Fatal Push effect anyway. Never mind, played one. I got tired of checking Grixis Delver. I've registered Fiendslayer Paladin before. I got second place in the tournament with a Fiendslayer Paladin. Did not end up doing too much against Grixis, but it was extremely good when I violed it in against Burn. When they attacked with the Goblin Guide. Fiendslayer Paladin is the dope. Yeah, Fiendslayer Paladin art is dope as fuck. Fucking lightsaber. I think I'd rather put the swamp, honestly. Maybe not. What you got, opponent? Deck me? Sort of black-red, then you want me to lose this matchup? Yeah, what's deck fading, right? What's Golgon's command? Oh, rude. What am I discarding here? I feel like it's gotta be... Wait, the sword gets to connect here, so it's probably worth it to just discard this Judgment and just play Equip Sword and just bash for 3 with a Mom, right? Seems like not unreasonable. Yeah, I am fully pretending they have nothing. That is my only path to victory. Shoot, you draw a card. Oh, I didn't play that land today. I think I just F6, whatever. Playing around the second Golgon's command, obviously. Actually, I think I might have actually not played that land because second Golgon's command, or like drawing Cataclysm or something. What you got? Anything? Oh, that's pretty bad. I now own my sword. Can't do anything with it yet, at least. I can just hit them again. Sort of black-red, and also have protection for black-red. Yes, perfect. Then I'm in. They get the trigger. Oh shit, they get the trigger? When an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of Fire and Ice deals 2 damage to any target and you draw a card. Huh. I guess we can just attack the deck and kill it. I did not know that. Well, it does make sense. Reading the card does explain the card. Oh man, they're just gonna kill it too. Fucking rude as hell. I guess I'm just gonna go get like Batter Skull. I don't think GTA does a whole lot here. It's actually awkward. I could cast the Batter Skull here. if I had played the Caracas last turn. Not sure how much that matters. Probably a fair amount. I mean, actually, probably like not a fair amount because we're just like getting ranched. But is it time to concede? It might be time to concede. This Batterskull can't beat a deck. All right, hang on. We could draw. We could just still draw Cataclysm. This is post forward. We're not dead yet. We're only like 90% dead. 95% dead? Discarding Forcible. Oh, I got one card left in hand. Do I even keep playing lands? My only out is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need a white Elder Spell to beat post. Cataclysm. The white Elder Spell. Look, this optimist talking about outs. Yeah, alright, well, let's not cast anything. We're also just insanely dead. I think if they can't find a creature and we find a Cataclysm like exactly next turn, we should be okay. Oh, well, we're dead. So we draw Cataclysm exactly now. They're just gonna put the sword on the Strix. Murder me. Hey, look at that. Alright. We're only mostly dead, right? If they just have another land drop, they just go to the sword and they just maul me. We have 6 mana, 7, so nothing. I mean, we're still pretty... I know we can port them too, right? We can keep a port, play the Crocus. Or keep like a Plains, play the port. Actually keep the... Yeah. Wonder why they didn't equip. I mean, they could just have like Forcible here. They discard this Forcible, which makes me scared. Yeah, we have 3 Cataclysms. So wondering if I want double access to double white or I want access to just double port. I think double white. I feel like Council's Judgment or like Wisp. So I think I want to keep a Plains, play the port. Yeah. Wisp, Council's Judgment, that sort of thing. Not even buying back their Punishing Fires. I wonder why they left up so much mana. Hope we win this now. This is sick. Not looking great. This board's taking a lot smaller. Stop. No attack? Why would you not attack there? Stop! I can't beat these land drops, opponent. Opponent was prepped. So now we can draw Palace Jailer. We still also draw Wisp and just Wisp with Sword. Be in an okay spot. That's not very good. I don't think I want to be casting Batter Skull. I don't think Batter Skull like wins us this game. Yeah, Skull doesn't feel like it does anything. Alright, Palace Jailer off the top. It is not a Palace Jailer. You're right. These things have by confidently saying they will, not hoping they might. Fair. Just gotta be more confident about it. Alright, time to top deck Palace Jailer. Then everything's fine. Play Mom. I guess Mom does like gain me 2 life. But I don't think that matters. Yeah, I guess if I could possibly gain a turn of life. Jeez. Opponent has a lot of lands. Post Armageddon. Oh yeah, we did. I probably wouldn't consider that a punt. I mean, I definitely wouldn't consider that a punt, actually, but... So now we top deck. Jailer still does something. So I think we want to discard this Mom. Discard Deluge. Wow. BM. Wisp keeps us afloat, but then we discard this Batter Skull. Well, we have to Edict. Do either or. We're still very, very dead. Consider myself the arbiter of what is and what is not a punt here. I think I'd be punting a lot more if everything you told me to do that I didn't do was considered a punt. Now it's a punt. I don't know, we don't have this Batter Skull in hand, right? If we played the Mom. Like, we draw a land here. It's not a punt, right? We draw a land here and we're not about to get K commanded. Yeah, I played the Mom, that would have been huge. Would have been 7 instead of 5, right? Okay, yeah, we're dead. It doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't even equip the sword or attack with the Strix. Wait, isn't equipping with sword attack with Strix just like lethal? Maybe they click through combat. Oh yeah, they just said oops. It's all good. We are certainly conceding here. If they didn't have the deck here, then we could, and if they didn't have the deck take the sword back, we could have played Batter Skull and then force them to like Edict again, pick up the Batter Skull, replay it. Your Lily would be at 1 and you'd have Wisp, or you'd have Mom to sack. I doubt they ever shoot Mom. Maybe. Really good at hitting perfect, so that can't trip you. Oh, they did have like 2 turns where they just like dacked and jaced a bunch, right? The punt is already on the board. Isn't there like an unpunt command? Like, reasonably sure there is. I had to find Strifo Nightmare Pile. Wherever it is on my spreadsheet. Oh, there we go. Luckily, no one ever plays this deck besides Strifo. I played against it 3 times in my life. Weirdly enough, I am 0-3. I should have the second. Should I have the second punt for the double down? I don't think it's a punt to double down on your decision not being a punt, right? Man, have we lost all our my die roll luck seems like incredibly lopsided one way or the other. Felt like I lost all my rolls on Friday and then won all my rolls yesterday, and then I'm losing all my rolls today. Go, mother of runes. Oh, now all my opponent knows what I'm doing. Oh, yep, I know what the opponent's doing, and it's killing me. I don't keep track of my die rolls. Maybe they'll just have a terrible ad nauseum. You never know. Well, then you find a 1 or 0 mana source. Oh, that's a... Now they need to find tendrils or like LED, right? A lot of mana. A lot of mana you got there. A lot of mana. Haha! We did it! I don't know why they kept going. I think they could have just stopped and then killed me next turn or something. But I'll take it. Did you consider winning the die roll? I tried, but it worked out anyway. Alright. I feel like they should have stopped at 4 life. I'm not a storm expert by any means. They weren't beating Thalia next turn. They had 3 lands, right? They could, like, play out their 2 petals, 3rd land, like, ritual. They do need to, like, still kill me, though. They need to, like, find tendrils or whatever. No, you're not. Rude. But fair. It's turn 2, no land drop, right? Yeah. I was talking about next turn, like the following turn. They could play out their petals that turn before I play Thalia. They also don't know I have the Thalia. I don't know. Feels like I feel like you have more odds of winning stopping at 4 than... Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. They only have like 2 cards that kill them at that point. Dark Petition... No, 3 cards. Dark Petition, Tendrils, Piff, and they need to hit an LED at that point. So, and they played 2 LEDs. So they're actually digging for like 2 LEDs versus 3 cards that kill them, right? And like, not a lot of other cards matter. I think maybe no other cards matter. Seems probably, I mean, not good enough, but good enough to keep. Shadow Punch not be having Dark Ritual matter? No, right? Because they already had plenty of petals. They could like cast all their stuff. They needed to empty their hand with an LED, and they couldn't hit tendrils anymore to kill me. Or like stop at 4 and like they could have like just pedaled and cast like Ponders or something. I think stopping at 4 and just going pedal, Cabal Rit, whatever, and then like casting a Ponder or Brainstorm is probably better than keep going. Anyway, it's one of those hands that I'm gonna keep and be sad about. They bottom. Do I wasteland this? Top. Alright, well, we won't wasteland this. Consider myself an expert at winning games for my opponent themselves. That does with a lot of life. I'm an expert at losing those games. Thoughtseize. I got 2 cards. Got them. So they take the Thalia, right? And we just have a Damping Sphere. And then we have like Recruiter for a Prelate or Thalia or something. Take the Damping Sphere. Okay, they might have like a Massacre. Or some other answer that's better at killing a Thalia than at killing a Damping Sphere. Well, can't beat Massacre. Damping Sphere, what is this modern? Turns out the Tron decks and Legacy are pretty good when they tap for 4 mana and their Cloud Posts. Am I wastelanding next turn? I feel like no. I feel like I kind of need my lands. Maybe I don't. Let's figure out what I think the answer might be actually yes. Depends on if we draw a thing here. We don't draw a thing that's relevant. Yeah, I probably won't wasteland this UC. Oh, sounds like time for some Maverick. I mean, I think the Wasteland decks are pretty good against. Don't time out all the time. All the time's great. Am I supposed to put in this Relic Order as a beater? I think so, because we're just taking this file up to 3. I just want to increase the beatdowns. Sometimes you just need a Grizzly Bear. How can it possibly be good? I mean, everybody has a bad matchup. Do I play with the second Mom, or am I just, like, begging to get massacred? I mean, I already can't beat the Massacre, right? If they Massacre me and go off, otherwise we can, like, put in this Recruiter and do some more shenanigans, but playing the Mom would increase the clock we could attack with the Mom. We'd have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't increase the clock. I don't think I want to play it. Oh, I wonder if I'm actually supposed to, like, Flicker Wisp out my own land. It's probably not this turn. Maybe next turn, assuming I don't get massacred here. I hadn't actually considered that. Those are some LEDs. I mean, recruit something. What's my plan here? Kind of want to recruit a Prelate, but I'm tempted to... Actually, just like a Prelate in hand and a Violent 3 is like pretty unbeatable, right? Or just putting Prelate on 4 so we don't get Massacre and we have a Mother of Runes. Yeah. I think they're just dead. Yeah, Prelate on 4 with Mother of Runes and like having a Thalia, it's like pretty close to unbeatable. Hey, we can also like just Chalice on 0 to turn off these LEDs. I mean, Dragon Knight only doesn't kill like the Prelate. Doesn't reduce my clock, but like all Ds is a game plan. All right, beat this opponent. Would you care to attempt to beat my board state? That went well. Just bullying Storm decks out here today, I guess. I feel like opponent made a mistake with their Thoughtseize. Yeah, I felt like if they couldn't kill Athalia. I mean, they didn't know I had the mom, I don't think. I think I drew the mom that turn in their defense. But generally, the Damping Sphere is harder to deal with, right? Like, Damping Sphere doesn't cost any extra mana for them to get it off the board. But, like, if they wanted to Echoing Tree, it already costs 3. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure I drew the mom the turn that the Vial took up to 1, and we drew the mom, and then we put cast Thalia and found the mom on there instead. We're playing against Shoals Cubed. Cool, cool, cool. This guy's the lands player, right? If I recall. Ugh. Someone a Storm Expert to actually give an informed opinion about that game 1 Adnos. Yeah, I felt like they just should have stopped at 4. I mean, the match one game 1 Adnos was also very suspect. I mean, they stopped at a reasonable time, but then they like made a lot of weird discard decisions. I feel like they needed to like just discard like all their lands or most of their lands, so they could just like go off the next turn. I'm pretty sure the only card that killed us, by the time they were at 4 life, the only card that killed us was LED. And as such, they were statistically more likely to die than they were to kill me, right? So they had 2 LEDs and they had 3 cards that just killed them. And a bunch of like fluff 1 and 2 mana spells that they could have just like hit trying to find the LED. This hand is okay. It's much worse knowing that they're on lands. They could just be on some nonsense. You never know. They don't play against Shoals. They don't randomly queue into Shoals enough to like know how much they mess with other nonsense, or just like stick to their guns like I do. I think I'm gonna keep this. Maybe they're looking for metamorph. Also, this is our 4th tower we've lost, if anyone's keeping track at home. Oh, yeah, it lands. Do I wasteland this? This doesn't seem keepable on the draw. If, like, knowing my opponent's on lands, yeah, I probably would have shipped. It's, like, okay. In the dark. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, like, snap wasteland. And then get supremely punished, because I'm wastelanding the 37 land to deck, trying to mana screw them. Hey. Seems like it's working out okay. Substatic? No, it's not working. This plan didn't work at all. Well, that's not good. Notably, the wasteland could have just been like they were protecting their other green source from like a second wasteland or something. Obviously, matchup involves a fair bit of just like crossing my fingers. If only you had Spirit of Labyrinth. Probably just really great sources. They could have just had both still. Like they're never gonna play the Grove there, right? If their hand is like Grove Wasteland, then they're gonna lead with the Wasteland in case I have a second Wasteland to try to keep hitting their green sources. I just like turning off this Mox Diamond. Get him. I suppose I could Flicker Wisp the Mox Diamond, but that doesn't seem great. So I was supposed to play Caracas first. Was I? Yeah, we have a fair number of answers to Maryland already. But its value. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb. Why would I play this Caracas? They can like stage my Caracas. I'm an idiot. And just like bounce my Thalia forever. Yeah. Just put 2 and 2 together there. Oh, nope, they're just rotating. Oh, they're just gonna like depths me? I'm gonna do something else. It's kind of weird if they just like aggressively go for depths against Death and Taxes. Oh, they're knackling me. That's fair. I mean, kind of. I mean, we're... So annoying as Tabernacle is, we're not just like buried by it. We have plenty of land drops to make. Now they're just like down on all their colored sources too. I imagine. Well, they probably have some in hand from this like silver and stuff. But yeah, they did rotate their grove. Kind of interesting. Okay. F6 now at least. Just gonna beat him down. Oh, that's a depths. Alright, how do we do this? What's the best way to win? Is it plow? Or is it attack with both? No, I can't attack with both. I'd have to just only attack with one, and then I'm not forcing them to activate the depths. I think I might have to plow this Marrowage, which is just horrible for me. Yeah, plow with Library in place is bad, but I can't, like, wisp it at all. I could sack the Thalia, keep the Revoker, attack with the Revoker, cast the Wisp, hope they can't remove the Wisp. I don't know, it seems really convoluted. Kind of bullshit. The only card that beats Barrel Age chance in 20 life. Huh. So the best outcome for me, I think, is keep the Revoker, sack the Thalia, attack with the Revoker, they Dark Depths to block, and then we Merit Lage, or we Flicker Wisp kill the Dark Depths. And then they're at 6, and we have a Flicker Wisp. But, if that doesn't happen, then we have to just cast the Wisp. I guess I can Wisp my own land, hold up the Plow if need be. Just draw the second Crocus. One can hope. They have to tune to McMarlage. Yeah, I'm factoring that in. Because, like, if we attack with both, we force them to use it, but if we attack with both, we lose 2 of our lands and we can't cast Wisp. This is an interesting decision point. I just, like, don't know what is more likely to help to win me this game. And I don't think it's handing them 20 life. So So I think it's keep the Revoker, sack the Thalia, attack with the Revoker, and see what happens. And then draw the Crocus and be sad. They can't check you if you keep both, right? Can they? I'm gonna draw step still. If we keep both and like don't attack with both, or if we keep both, attack with both. Actually, yeah, we were at 21. I didn't actually factor that in. Yeah, send both. They block one, but now they're at 2. Oh, yeah, I'm probably dumb. I'm supposed to keep both and attack with both. Then only died like a punishing fire. So we're gonna flicker with our planes in case they can remove my Marilage. Or not my Marilage, in case they can remove my Wisp and try to kill me. Then we'll at least have the plow as insurance. Yeah, I think that was the best line. I was definitely not considering that I was a 21. But even then, that line does die to Punishing Fire, I believe. Don't know if they have enough mana to cast a Punishing Fire at that point, though. I mean, still can't do anything here, though. I think we still win, right? Their Ancient Gem can't tap. Their Mox Diamond can't tap. They have no mana. I think this line should be fine. Even if they attack me, they can't even punch. I don't even have to block. If they don't attack me, we just attack with both and kill them. You know. I guess if they could draw, like, Mazavith. No, even Mazavith, we just pay 2 and then keep the port. Take 20, no fear. Yeah, I think this works out similarly, but I do agree. I think that keeping both was right, factoring in that it was at 21. Because then having the Thalia in play here instead of like a Wisp would just be even worse for them. No, they would have blocked my Revoker, though. To turn on their Mox Diamond. But then they'd only have like 1 land. So they still couldn't do anything, I think. Yeah, I think they're just dead. That was an interesting turn there. Yeah, I can't imagine they have anything that can get them out of this one because they don't have any mana in play. So they attack. What killed me here? Nothing, right? They can't even like produce a red. I could even I guess even if they punch for me, I can like plow my Wisp, so I just take the 20. Just go to 1. Gut shot. They can't even get. Oh, they could cast the gut. No, the gut shot wouldn't work because they need the red for the gut shots. Diamond Sun. They can't diamond because the Rover's on diamond. If they didn't attack, they could have rotated for Maze. Yeah, they could rotate for Glacial Chasm, right? I don't think we can beat that. Is there any way that we can force that? No, right? If we port in the upkeep, we don't have enough mana to like cast a Wisp or anything either. Yeah, I assume it's rotate for Chasms. They're only out. which I guess we just like can't beat unless we draw Wasteland. Even then, the Chasm they can only keep around for one turn, right? I guess they get to play another land drop though, and we could like block the Mirror Lage here or something. It'd be a weird turn. We have lots of outs, yeah. I think I need to attack with both though, but then if I attack with both and it's Chasm, we have to plow this Merit Lage and then we inevitably lose. Follow Your Dreams 3. Caleb, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. Am I supposed to play around Chasm? Just attack with a Roger. Attack with a Roger means that they could just, like, Crop Rotation. Oh, no, because, like, yeah, actually, attacking with just Roger is better, because if they have Crop Rotation, they can just get Chasm. And if they're just getting Maze instead, at least that, like, means that we can just kill them next turn. So, yeah, I think just attack with a Roger is better. Because we already can't beat the Crop Rotation. They Crop Rotate like their Ancient Tomb into a Chasm, but they can't pay for it. So that we can just block the Merit Lage with a Wisp. I wonder if it was actually right to not pay for this Wisp, if this was the plan, and just cast the Wisp on the Merit Lage instead. Yeah, here's the Crop Rotation. Man, this has been a game. Wow, they got rid of the Knackle, not the Ancient Tomb? They're planning on gaining life. Alright, they just get the Maze, sure. But we can beat the Maze next turn, but they can make another land drop here. And if they have, like, land drop P-Fire, then we just fucking beef it, right? So yeah, I think I fucked up. I think I was supposed to just sack this Wisp, play the other Wisp. That does no, that would leave us dead to P-Fire anyway. Because we just would be at 2 life. Assuming they have like a red source, actually. Play this file. This game has been pretty intriguing. Just play the Rogue to be P-Fire. No, if I had sacked the Wisp and cast the second Wisp on the Merit Lage, then we're still dead to a P-Fire if they have a true red source. Now they need a mana-producing land and Punishing Fire to stay afloat. Plowing our own Wisp after blocks here might be correct. Yeah, it might be. I think it's probably fine, actually. What does that do for us? Well, the second plow's probably not going to be important anyway, and I'd rather be at a safer life total than getting burned out. Well, we currently can kill as long as there's no third Crop Rotation or a Punishing Fire. Question is what happens if one of those things happens. Barbering. That's a red source. Yep, there's the Punishing Fire. But we can just Wisp this Merit Lage now. And they could, like, Barbering my Wisp. This is a nonsense game. Yeah, I think they should have played the Barbarian Ring pre-combat. I hate getting egg on my face on stream. Rip. This doesn't really do anything right now. Are we just dead to a land drop, a pre-combat land drop? Maybe. I think so, yeah. Barbering, P-Fire the guy, and then we die? Something like that. I mean, we'd have to plow the Merit Lage, and then we're, like, essentially dead. Alright, so they need to P-Fire or Barbering my Wisp. Because we can port the Maze of Ith and attack them for lethal. And then next turn we'll have Revoker coming up. We can even, like, cast Recruiter for, like, Sanctum Prelate or something. Yeah, we're going to force to Plow Lage, and at that point we are just dead. Barbering attack, respond to Plow. I guess you block and have Plow Revoker. Barbering doesn't have for me. Yeah, I can still, like, kill my Wisp. Yeah, like that. But now, like, Sanctum Prelate's a little bit safer because I don't have... Oh god, was there draw life from below? Oh no. We can't beat that. Maybe we might be able to beat that, but that would be pretty savage. Life from Lobe getting back. What is this? Wasteland, Depth Stage. We actually revoke these Mox Diamonds again, and then we're at least somewhere, right? Have they played a land for turn yet? I don't think so. Hoping they Wasteland this port. Yes. It's actually extremely good for me. So now we can revoke Mox Diamond, Recruiter for like Sanctum Prelate, or just like Recruiter for Wisp maybe, because I think we have lethal the following turn. And we'd have 2 lethal creatures, and then the Wisp means that we can get past this Maze of Ith. Oh, what a nuts game. GG. That was only game 1, too. Oh, man. That was crazy. A couple hiccups there for both me and my opponent. Although, if we went with the other line, I think we're just dead, right? I think we do just die. Like, the line I talked about where I don't pay for the Wisp and then Wisp their Merit Lage, I think we do just die there. We don't give them the opportunity to punt because we're just tapped out at 2 life and they just go Barbering, P-Fire your face. The level of hatred I have for Recruiters higher than any other card currently legal. Not even Prelate? Alright, let's sideboard here. God, my brain after that game. 3 counts was too much? Maybe. I was like thinking about Cataclysm and like never really like pulling the trigger on it. I don't think Quad Revoker is what we want in this matchup. I don't usually hate some number of them, but I think 4 is probably the incorrect number. Then cut like an equipment. Chalice is kind of good against lands. I'm hitting crop price is a big deal. It's like considered Chalice in the past, but I never really doubled down on it. Let's cut some like moms. Mom feels like it kind of blows. Something like this maybe. That game. A couple cards I could cut. I could see like boarding these Cataclysms and just like cutting like Jite and like the other moms or something. Just cut like Jite and a mom for like a. Maybe we'll just play the Miser's Cataclysm. Or maybe just let's play more Evokers. I don't know. A lot of like weird decisions. I haven't played against lands in so long. I don't even know the last time I played against it. I don't know how to sideboard against it with this sideboard. Let's go with that. Maybe like keeping some number of Thalias over some other shit. I don't know. Cut. Bring in all the good cards, cut a random assortment of like medium ones. This hand sucks a lot. Well, this hand sucks a lot too. I don't think it's worth going to 5. Doesn't seem to ever beat lands though. We have 2 Stone Forges and 2 equipment, and then like that's all we're doing. I think I'd rather just be at any 5 with like a graveyard hate card or a contain or like a recruiter of the guard or a sanctum prelate. Yeah, you usually shave like a swords to plowshares. Let's go to 5. This hand sucks, but I should also. I think I want to bottom this. I don't think this singular wasteland's going to do enough. I think I just want to find my hate. I want to draw like rest in pieces and shit. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I played against lands online. It has to have been a long time ago. Come on, cast a Sylvan Library. Yes. Gimme. Bottom Wasteland against lands. Real fate takes place. I mean, Wasteland's like good at certain point. I don't think it's like always a great early game card against lands, but oh no, now we're getting mana denied. How rude. That's not bad. At least this means we can like just go get a sword. Instead of just like slamming a Revoker on Diamond or some shit. Actually, no one's playing like Vortex anymore, right? Maybe just like Revoker is just a clean cut now. Pretty sure everyone just like stopped playing Vortex, right? Ooh, rest in peace. Is that better than Sword here? They don't have anything in the graveyard yet, right? I don't want them to just like grip me. Although they're just gonna grip the sword too. Yeah. We super can't beat a Mirror Leash right here. We just like play Dark Depths, we just lose. Alright, nice. No Dark Depths. Ooh. That's something that means I don't need to play this Rest in Peace. I feel like with no port we are 100% getting Krosan gripped though. I think I want to equip anyway to... Maybe I don't want to force the grip. I just like play Revoker. Just attack for 3, Revoker. Or Revoker, then attack for 3. I want to cast my spell before I go to combat, or I'll just think I port me inside of combat. I shouldn't burn all my time like this. It's Revoker. It's not good right now. I think I like equipping a little bit more. Imagine there's like a 100% chance we're getting gripped. Put smiley face into the chat. Oh, was it a bluff? Oh shit! I mean, I guess they can still cast it in blocks. Cast Crit pre-combat? Why would... The flavor of losing a relic... of equipping a relic order is not lost on me. Alright, beat down. Why would I want to cast Crit pre-combat? Assuming they have K-Grip, it just gives them, like, more targets, right? Like, if they want to kill the... Oh, alright, yeah, they are laging me. But if we draw a land, we should be okay. But if we don't draw a land, we should not be okay. Oh no, they're just killing me. Yeah, they have enough mana floating. In case they have Crop Rot for P-Fire. Does having the Tron script in play do anything there? If they Crop Rot for P-Fire? Yeah, we just did though. Yeah, we can't beat that. I'm confused on why having the Crypt in play does anything. Right? So we can, like, Crypt the P-Fire away after they Crop Rotation? They're not going to have, like, a red up to buy it back. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's reevaluate some sideboard options here. Yeah. Plus Crop Rot does kill me. Yeah, I think Revoker just sucks. No one's on, like, Vortex anymore. Could bring in, like, Thalia's on the play. They're not the best. I could complete my set of moms. Could bring in more Cataclysms. I don't really like Cataclysm, but there's some times where it's relevant. I think I just kind of want my moms in. Something like that. I would love to play first. I would love to not keep this hand because it's horrible. Jeez. Maybe this hand's good enough. Put a mold to 6, we have double Wasteland and a Vial. Think this is going to be better than a 5? It's just like Spry Sanctum Prelate or some shit to the top. That's not a card I want on the top of my deck. I desperately want my opponent to Wasteland my Caracas. Do it. Yes. No, it's not a bad draw. I feel like I'm going to Wasteland that. Alright. Maybe I want to play this Caracas over like playing another Wasteland, maybe not. Alright, this is the game we're playing. Alright. I could just, like, wisp out the Thespian stage for a turn and, like, not wasteland it quite yet. It does give them access to, like, getting green mana or, like, P-firing down my wisp. Maybe we'll just keep firing them off here. Just kill all these Thespian stages. This is the game we're playing now. That's a lot of Thespian stages, opponent. It doesn't really matter. Just want a thing in play. Hey. A little late on surgical extracting Thespian stage here, but I think I want to Flicker Wisp out of the stage. If they go like red source, yeah, they can P-fire down one of my wisps, then we can surgical the P-fires. Then we're in an okay spot at least. It's a weird game. This prevents them from just like playing at Dark Depths and comboing me. Although I guess so does like porting one of their other lands. What says GG? Whew. See, I don't like saying GG before I like actually know we're gonna win. Okay, this looks. I mean, they can still P-fire me. Oh, good. GG's though. Oh, that game one was very cool. Game 3 was a little awkward for both of us. Both just kind of so sat there twiddling our thumbs. But I was twiddling my thumbs with 3-1s in play. That game one though. Three one again. The list has been performing admirably. I don't think it's really like maybe it is some of the things in the list that are doing quite well, but Sand has turn 3 Jailer. And also has turn 1 Revoker, which could be relevant because we're on the draw. When it's on to 6. And we also just like have Stone Forge. I think this hand is good enough to keep. One to 5, alright. Might have something going here. Goes to 4. Oh god. What's happening? Alright, well, if they're a wasteland deck and they mull to 4, it should be okay, right? I guess it could be like lands. I think that's better than just trying to blind revoke the wasteland deck. Could just be like any deck that had some unfortunate draws. Yeah, could just be Death and Taxes. Could also be like Goblins or something, but. I think we're just going to revoke this Aether Vial. What's up, Elaine? Yeah, revoking this Aether Vial seems okay. Aether Vial. The game's like super over if they're Death and Taxes. And even if they're Goblins, this game's like mostly over, but then we still have to play a match. Alright, Plains, alright. It's Death and Taxes, we did it. Also, that is probably game. Yeah, it's not very good here. Stoneforge for GT. Play a second Mom. Oh, you're playing Ancient Tomb? I played an Ancient Tomb like last time when you played in a team tournament. Pretty sure I was playing a singleton Ancient Tomb. I've been considering cutting it recently, but it's always like, okay. Why are you like this? Ancient Tomb's a sweet magic card. Ancient Tomb lets you cast Chalice on one turn 1. It's obviously broken. Alright, what do we got here? Revoker. Yeah, that's a little bit obnoxious. Not tremendously so. You can just recruit whatever. Probably on the single. It's not just for the turn 1 Chalice. It also like helps you accelerate equipment. Or like go, you can curve turn 2 Recruiter into like Jailers and stuff. Gives you bursts of mana. Turn 3 equipping GT is pretty big too. You just go like turn 2 Stoneforge, turn 3 play and equip GT. Wait, they need Mother of Runes? What? I guess their plan is the Thalia holds down the fort? Sure. It's a lot of Mother Runes. What am I recruiting for? Just like a Flicker Wisp? Anything. Look how great this Ancient Tomb is. I can still put in my Chalice. Or not my Chalice, my GT. Could we just get like Jailer? Just fuck them up. Actually, no. They can if they wasteland my tomb, I still want to be able to answer the Thalia, which means we want a 2-mana answer, but we don't have one of those, right? So maybe we just get Jailer anyway, just to fuck them up. So if they like play a Wisp, and we just play Jailer and still win the game. Yeah, because then if they play Wisp, they can't wasteland me. So. Oh, nice. They just let me untap. All right. I'll take it. They like have a plow for my Revoker, then vow on another Revoker. Yeah, let's Jailer and see what happens. Alright, cool, the game ended. We did it! Sometimes we're running moles to 4. This is the first time we've finally been punished for playing my like very suboptimal sideboard that doesn't have enough cards for death and taxes. Because we definitely have 5 outs and we only have 4 ins. So what's the last card that I play? I hate all of my options. I hate Singleton Thalia, I hate Prelate, and I hate Containment Priest. Who respects the mirror? I sure don't. I don't fucking respect the mirror at all. It's mainly the non-blue-red Delver decks that I'm most concerned about for like how poorly my sideboard is constructed for that one specifically. Hey, no, don't do that, cat. Get down from there. No, don't do that either. Hang on, I'll be right back. Get down. Get. Surgical, they have cards. I did get my Thalia surgicaled by Grixis Control once upon a time. It was not a good day. Cataclysm, just fucking get him. Between, like, Cataclysm or Prelate. There are, like, sometimes where, like, putting a Prelate on 1 can protect you from, like, getting plowed when you're on the offensive or something. It's certainly not good. Yeah, Containment Priest or Prelate is the answer. I think I like Prelate a little more. Containment Priest has its spots, but I feel like I always get punished for having a Containment Priest in play in the mirror, and then I never punish my opponents. Try the basic land button. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd probably rather play... I'd almost definitely rather play basic lands than a Prelate right now. Hello, kitty. You want to come up? What do you want to come up? Well, this guy's pretty good, except for this fucking Batter Skull. But it's got, like, a bunch of moms and plows. That definitely made it better. Have you even had Sea Priest to play in the mirror? Oh god, stop. Stop falling, cat. I think I've tried it before, I think. No, that's just a GTA. Alright, that's beatable. Do we stone board or do we... I think we double mom. I think, in fact, I'm almost positive we double mom here. Because we can't get our GTA online anyway. We'd like get the Batter Skull online, but I think I want defense against my opponent's GTA. If we get wisped, though, we're in for a bad time because we can't play this Avenger until turn 4. They just like have a flyer. We're in for yep. Nope. Yep. Cast a ground guy. Do that instead. Yes, perfect. Serve this for Forsaking Walking Ballista. Well, now we just get the Mom Squad. I wonder what the opportunity cost is for like attacking there with a mom. It's probably like no upside and like some reasonable amount of downside. Hey, we did it! How does it feel to play Legacy deck without cantrips? How do you even do that? I fucking suck at cantrips, that's how I do it. I fucking, if anyone, like, everyone that has watched my stream can attest that I am just the worst at casting Ponder or Brainstorm. And that I need to stick to these Cro-Magnon cantripless decks. Can you get off of me? Can you get? Ugh. 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 Another 4-1. We've been doing really well with this list, even though it's like a little bit nonsense and unrefined. We've like 5-0, 4-1, 4-1, and the 4-1s have been to Strifo Nightmare Pile, which is just like stone cold unbeatable. Hey, what did I say? I said stop that. Just calm down for 5 seconds. Turning off the stream. Anyway, died to Strifo Nightmare Pile and died to like the most absurd storm match in history. So this list has been performing very well. Anyway, let's just find someone to host here. Who's playing Legacy? Arkin, me, a couple other people. Let's host Arkin. Arkin's always great. Anyway, Schultz Cube, thanks for the 500 bits. GG's indeed. That game 1 was crazy. Games 2 and 3 were decidedly less interesting, but good games. We both fumbled a bit in that game 1, but I think your fumble was game losing. I think my fumbles were like more like suboptimal lines I could lose to things, where I think if you just like play the Barbarian Ring, I Stone Cold die, right? Play the Barbarian pre-combat. I'm also about to go host Arkin, so we probably can't chat about the matchup too much, or chat about the match too much. The replay was great. Yeah, there were a couple things where I like just tanked because there was like how many things are we losing to? All like there's so many different avenues of like what I should have done. If I should have like not sacked Thali and attacked with both, and I should have sacked the Wisp, cast the second Wisp, yada yada. But yeah, the game 1 was super interesting. But anyway, I'm gonna go host Arkin. So missing the pre-combat land drop was poor and felt bad. Yeah, I mean, it's happened to the best of us for sure. Sometimes you just like miss something that's like, oh, I should have played this land drop, or oh, I shouldn't have played this land drop before combat. I've definitely like played my land drop, entered combat, and like gotten wastelanded before, and just like done stupid stuff. But anyway, all right, I'll catch you later, Shoals. Have a good one. We're gonna host Arkin now, chat. So see you guys all tomorrow.